Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success. And that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big game.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
On the ready.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Go. Give me some. Here we go. Check. On the ball.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Too easy.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mike 96.
All day, just like that.
Small.
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go!
Now Saquon Barkley, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
10-2 stop. Check. Walk 54. I got you, pump. Hey, orbit. Mike 5-4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones.
Wow,
gets
bro.
this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. Put him for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit. 54.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 84 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, dude. Y'all playing the wrong football. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Get ready.
Jones now on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Andy Isabella was the intended target. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 54. Check out.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
Ready. 18 Gator. 18 Gator. 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
He can run for it, and he will. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Wide, get wide. Hey, Delta.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
61, matchbox, right.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your dead. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1.
7's the Mike. Mike 7. Hey, D-line, get in there.
2nd and 1. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 10. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On the ready. Mike 7. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, alert 3.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Hey, bro, that swinging around the left tackle is
Lorenzo Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
But you're going to have to go straight into the line.
Looking to throw. Fine time to... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Saquon Barkley deep to return. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, Barkley, room past the 20, as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Get it.
Back to throw. Jones. That ball complete to Isabella. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Watch one. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike, one.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
First down, Giants.
Jones now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Jones operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
70, Indy.
At the Cowboys' 11-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Hey.
They'll run with Barkley. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, New York.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. So match number one. Get it.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
5.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Cowboys, first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 7. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Drop.
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check nickel.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check. Yes.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike 96.
Back to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw here. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Jones now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll go to Barkley again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
He's got him in, complete. 33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Johnson, the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jones now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. This is Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Giants on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Pollard again. He's got a first down past the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll let it go deep left and intercepted. Maybe the turning point.
I thought he would run off for a second.
Picked off at the 22.
He did.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. Now Barkley stripped of the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
7's a Mike. Mike 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Jim.
He'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Jones to throw on third down, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. There goes a deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked